Hello everyone and welcome back to Rugby Wrap-Up from the Boys High School National Championship in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Luke Bienstock and today we'll be joined by high school All-American coach Salty Thompson, USA Eagle, three-time World Cup scrum half Mike Petri, and Penn High School standout rugby player Cedric Vakalahi. First though, let's take a look at the outcome from the 3 days of tournament play. On the first day in the single school division, the closest match was between Penn and Greenwich, but Penn pulled away with 2 tries later in the game. In the club division, Royal Irish, who came in at the number 1 seed in the tournament, was almost upset by Doylestown in a close one. And in Tier 2, hometown favorites Charlotte Catholic came past North Bay. And in Day 2 of the school division, Gonzaga just sneaked past Xavier. Despite Xavier's superior skills, Gonzaga's raw athleticism won the game for them. In the club semifinals, Grant Bay was able to control the game versus Kansas City. And in Tier 2, a smaller Pelham side was able to surprisingly defeat Brownsburg in the semifinals. I got the chance to talk to Penn High School player Cedric Vakalahi after the second day of competition.
Play the first team, Greenwich. They were really structured. They could move the ball. They were very quick, so they were a very good, tough team. Then we came out against Jesuit, who was also very structured, very quick, and very aggressive off the ball. So it was a good competition so far.
On the final day, it was time to see who would come away with the hardware. As you can see on the screen, West End was able to triumph over Pelham in a close championship match. In the club championship, Grant Bay defeated Royal Irish to unseat the previous club national champions. Then, for the 4th year in a row, Gonzaga faced off against Jesuit for the boys single-school national championship. Gonzaga scored a late try in the game to get up 7-6, and their defense held firm for the final few minutes, as seen on the screen. This made it Gonzaga's 3rd straight high school championship, which stands now as a national record. Afterward, I was able to talk to Xavier High School coach and US Eagle scrum half Mike Petri.
Nationals was a tremendous competition. I mean, it's great to see kids at such a young age get exposed to that level and that standard of play. But our first game against St. Edwards was big. They were physical. They showed a lot of skill. And then Gonzaga, obviously, is a class organization and displayed that throughout the weekend. I mean, the defense was fantastic in the last 2 games. And then Jesuit in the final. I mean, another team that has a tremendous group of athletes. They're well coached, very good, disciplined. And really just a little bit unlucky not to have pulled that one off.
I was lucky enough to get high school All-American coach Salty Thompson's view on the tournament.
Well, it's a good event. It brings good teams together. Level of rugby was somewhat, controlled by the conditions, which didn't make it the most entertaining rugby, but at the same time, very competitive. So really, it shows players under pressure, shows players stand up and excel. So I like the event. Granite Bay did well, but obviously I'm consulting with them. But obviously there's classic competitions. I thought the Greenwich game with Penn was a barn burner. That came down to it. I thought when you look at Xavier and last night with that game with Gonzaga was close. This final was close, and then obviously the Granite Bay final with Royal Irish was again in the balance. So they're close contests. So yeah, it's good.
I'm Luke Bienstock signing off from Charlotte, North Carolina.